Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are going through chapter 5 of the Align Your Health book. I promise this week will be a shorter video. We are not going to go long. We're talking about exercise today. Chapter 5 is titled Innate Movements. So exercise. You should do it. Get out there and do it now. Have a great day. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to be that short. Basically, what we're talking about is the best way to exercise. Everybody knows that you should exercise. Everybody knows that you should eat well, but there are certain ways that you should exercise in order to get the best result. So a lot of people are into strength training. Other people are into cardio. What if I told you that you could do those two together in one and get the best result and be able to burn fat and build muscle for up to 36 hours after you did the exercise, versus the traditional way is that you only burn or gain while you do the exercise. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, the one thing that exercise is essential for is getting oxygen into the body. Now, a healthy cell feeds on oxygen and a disease cell feeds on sugar. In fact, a cancer cell or a disease cell has 8 times more receptors for sugar than a healthy cell. So oxygen is the number one way to force that and get excessive amounts of oxygen into the body, into the cells to produce the healthiest you. Now, the best way to do that is through something called high intensity interval training or HIIT training. Now, if you've never done this before, I've never heard of this, basically what this is surge training, or doing exercises in short surges at 85 to 100% of your output and then resting same time. So an example would be, you would have, say, 6 movements. So you'd have push-ups, squats, jumping jacks, lunges, mountain climbers, and crunches or squat jumps. Pick it. And basically, what you would do, one of the easier ways to do it you would do the exercise for 20 seconds on and 20 seconds off 3 times, so that you had done that one movement for a total of a minute and you have rested for a minute. Now, the idea is to go 85 to 100% of your output. So you're really working during those work sessions. And then during the rest period, you're inhaling, you're breathing deeply, forcing that oxygen into the cells. And then you do this continuously for 12 minutes. Now, as you begin to build your endurance and you get stronger, you'll be able to do longer and longer sessions of or stints of work, and you could even start to shorten your rest period. So you might go to, say you want to do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, or 30-15. On Max T3, the HIIT training that we have here in the office, the harder way is to do the exercise for 1 minute straight. And in fact, in that segment, they do all 6 1 minute straight back to back, and then rest for a minute, and then do all 6 again. So there's really a different, you can really play with the numbers and play with the way that you do it and still get the same results, still get that afterburn effect. Because one thing that Dr. BJ says here in chapter 5 is that oxygen may be the number one nutrient that your body is deficient in. And that's the number one thing that exercise is going to do for you, is help force that oxygen into those cells so that you can essentially be the healthiest that you can be. Now, there are a few things here that he touches on, one being flexibility. It's no secret that as you age, you get less and less flexible. And in fact, one of the things that we say here in the office is that the older that you get, the more work you have to put in to get the same result, which is true. The older you get, the more the body wants to, as people say, break down or, lose flexibility or lose ranges of motion. And you actually have to be more, have more intent on getting the result than you do when you're younger. When you're young, 20, 25 or younger, you don't have to put much effort into getting stronger, to, building your cardio or increasing your flexibility, as compared to, say, someone who's twice as old, who's 50, or is going to have to work a lot harder to get the same result. So best ways to increase flexibility are, yes, going to be to stretch. Now, when you stretch, you want to actively be trying to work past your where you start to feel the stretch. So, and to do it twice. So you go down, you start to feel the stretch, and you pull a little bit further than that, hold it for 15 seconds, take a little break, and try to go further. Try to increase your range of motion and your end range when you are stretching. And that's how you know that you're actively doing work and stretching the muscles. Another way that people increase recovery and also flexibility is to roll the muscles out. Which is great. It really helps enhances recovery time when you do that after a hard workout, and helps break up the adhesions in the muscle. Another great way to increase flexibility is going to be doing things like yoga or Pilates. Yoga is great because it also works on the same postural muscles that we give you guys with your exercises for your spinal rehab. So if you do yoga, great, keep that up because it's going to help you work on those postural muscles, and it also will help you work on your flexibility. Now, there are a few questions here in the back of the book where he's talking about food, eating and exercise, and it's one of those things that you want it with protein. We'll start there. Protein that you want to use to supplement healthy muscle synthesis. It's not supposed to be used to amplify it or try to enhance it. You really just want it to be there to support lean muscle growth. So if you're one of those guys or one of those gals who has the protein that has the hyper dosage of 40 or 50 grams of protein there, it's not really the best because number one, I bet you if you turn that over, the number one ingredient in that is going to be some form of sugar. Number two, it's probably been heated above the temperature of the cow, which means that the protein in there is going to be denatured or dead. And that's why they have to throw a lot more at you, because it's not an active form. It's not what they call bioavailable. Your body can't readily absorb it. And then it's on top of that, it's going to have a bunch of toxic additives and preservatives in there that you really don't want. So if you're going to go for protein for a workout, grass-fed, sweetened with stevia, whey is going to be the best, and try to go for an isolate and not a concentrate. Some of the common questions he has in here, number one is about protein. Do you really need protein after you work out? Now, it's debatable because you consume protein. Most of us do at each meal, and so that protein is going to always be available in your body, no matter if it's pre, post, or even intra workout. And that's another thing that he talks about in here is all of the quirks now with working out. You do the pre-workout, then you have the BCAAs for the intra workout, then you have to do a shake after, and all these different things, and it really can be a little bit overwhelming for someone who is just looking to just get started. So if you're someone who is looking to just get started working out, just move. Find something that to do, whether it's a jog or some form of exercise, and just start there. Find something you enjoy doing and start there, and then you can ask questions to other people, or you can do your research online, but just get started. That's the biggest thing. If you're somebody who doesn't exercise, don't make the excuse that I don't know this, or I don't know that, or I need to look into this as an excuse to not get started, because exercise is absolutely essential to your health. You have to do it, because it's just like your brain. If you don't use it, you lose it. And I guarantee you will lose it quicker than you want to if you're not using it. One thing here says, can you do advanced plan and still do cardio? Absolutely. HIIT training is an advanced form of cardio. And with the advanced plan, there is room. There are carbs on there, mainly coming from vegetables. But if you are a high level athlete, you may need some more of those good carbs in your diet in order to supplement that. But just for workouts, just around your workouts, especially if you're trying to cut weight, you don't want to be consuming carbs if you're trying to cut weight, and that's a main concern for you. Next question in here that he has is, what if I want to gain weight? So if you're somebody that wants to gain weight, again, it's going to be coming from carbs, and it's going to be coming from a healthy carb source, such as quinoa, brown rice, sweet potato, those types of things that you can all find in the appendices in the Align Your Health book under the core and advanced plan. So if you guys have any questions, please drop a comment. If you need the book, again, let me know or drop a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day.